more life.
Yeah, enters the game as well. And it's Ghost Lake.
Here it is. And
Take a look.
civilizations, Mayans for both. Quite expected.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Both players got some sheep immediately. Always love that. It's like worst thing that can happen to me if I play this game. Don't see my sheep right away, and then I always panic and don't know what to do.
Yeah, and you feel like you're behind the entire game.
Yeah. The only worst thing is if you accidentally kill the board with the TC, but I'm not really going for that. Yeah. Either way, let's take a look at the maps. I I'm not sure about, I mean, Yo can easily wall himself in there. Not sure about the goals, but...
Yeah, definitely. He can connect the two forests, and then his main goal is safe at least. That's enough in the beginning.
And also one stone completely safe. If he just does a quick wall in the back, he will be completely safe to take stone, which is, for the Mayans, quite important. But I think same might be the case for TaToH. If he does a decent house wall or something towards his TC and walls off in the back, the stone should be safe.
It's a good map, I think.
Yeah,
nothing really
don't think we'll see a restart.
For TaToH, it's a little more open than for Yo, but nothing bad about it.
But at least he's got some resources safe in the back, which is always nice.
Safe gold, and safe stone, that's what you need.
Yo, picking up some... Are those extra sheep? I would say they're extra sheep, right? Yeah. A couple of extra sheep all over this map.
Yes.
So it's going to be a nice little bonus for him. But let's see. Yo is going towards the base of TaToH, and if he spots this board, he might go for the lane. Oh, they met eagles, but nothing really going on, and Yo is turning the other way, so it doesn't look like there's going to be laming going on. I mean, we can't be sure, but...
Okay, so what do we usually expect for the viewers on a map like this? Usually Mayans would go for a drush, free militia, use them to buy time. That is really the only purpose. Either to attack or, you know, get map control, or to defend against the enemy 3 militia. And yeah, wall their base. That is really the entire purpose of the drush. Then they go fast castle, drop 2 town centers additionally, and try to harass with plumed archers. That's why the stone is quite important here for the players, and both have backstone, so that is nice. And then Mayans with their cheap plumed archers can go up to Imperial really quickly, and their nice eco bonus as well. And then in Imperial, that's usually how long a game like this lasts. The combo we see is plumed archers and siege rams, and then it's really down to micro. Who can micro the siege rams best? Who can get the hills with the plumed archers? Who can snipe castles for the plumed archer production? So this is what's usually most important in a Mayan war on a Ghost Lake, but we will see. That's just what I expect. Maybe TaToH has a nice idea. He's always up for a surprise.
But yeah, true. I think most of the games I've seen on this map so far have gone to Imperial, and the siege rams are also very important. The timing, how fast you go up and how fast you can get those rams out, make a big difference. But we'll find out if it goes that far. But I think this is one of the maps that usually you have a bit longer games compared to something like, for example, the Rooster, which is an entirely different thing, of course. And there's the barrack for TaToH and for Yo. So we will more than likely see the drush you mentioned earlier. I'm not sure if there's going to be any damage done with that. I think if Yo just walls between his 2 forests, it's going to be really hard for TaToH to do anything, which isn't obviously necessary with the drush, but always a nice bonus if he managed to kill a villager or something like that. But I also I think it's gonna be hard for Yo to really get in there. The lumber camp is close to the TC. He can easily have a couple houses or something to block off the path in there, or maybe a quick wall if something gets bad. But we'll see.
Oh, the
And there's
eagle for Yo is very close to the enemy TC.
He's gonna be fine.
Yeah, he got
Will
away.
have less HP, I think, than TaToH's, yeah. So if the eagles meet, TaToH would win the fight if they decide to fight. And look at the sheep of Yo, he's got a lot of sheep. Way more than TaToH, so he was a good job collecting all these sheep off the map.
This looks like land nomad or something.
And yeah, Yo has fully walled his base. So I think TaToH's rush can really only be merely a bit annoying if he starts hitting the walls. You see, it's gonna depend on who wins the rush war if they have one. And they might see each other. But I don't think Yo didn't see TaToH. And I don't think TaToH saw Yo, obviously, so...
Yep. TaToH is going back though.
Yeah, maybe he spotted that his opponent is completely walled, so he just wants to go defend himself to completely save.
Most likely. Because he is still a bit open.
TaToH could click up. Never mind, he's gonna go for one more will, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, Yo
Got
is almost
500
there.
food. Yeah, let's see
488.
what's gonna happen. He does have the eagle right now, so a bit of an advantage until TaToH's eagle comes in.
He will probably send a villager there at the berries. Yep, even 3.
Oh, and very close are the feudal times, 2 seconds different, so looks like these guys have a very similar build order and are just doing pretty much the exact same here.
28 villagers for both. This map and strategy, which is probably the best on this map, is so well explored.
Yeah. And these top caliber players who are very unlikely to make any mistakes, of course, and that's why it's such a neck-and-neck race up to Castle Age right now. And I think TaToH should be fine to rush. He's got his defense, and I don't think that Yo's gonna be able to do any damage. At the same time, TaToH obviously won't be able to make any damage as well onto Yo's base. Oh, look at the walls for TaToH. He's walling all the way in the back.
Yeah, I wonder why he's...
a nice move.
Yeah, why he's walling that side and not towards the right there.
I'm not sure as well. I mean, it is quite open, but I probably would have gone for that as well.
Yeah, this is just some finger practice for the players here to keep each other in check with the militias. Won't do serious damage there.
But I think, I mean, obviously the villagers can come to help out, but overall it seems like Yo has done a bit better micro, because TaToH did lose 1 militia and does have quite low health on the 2 remaining ones, and his eagle as well. Blacksmith for Yo. Black archery range for TaToH.
Ah, he got the eagle. Good job.
Oh, yeah, no more scouting. Slapped a villager once, but now he's going back.
In the meantime, Market and Blacksmith were built. And an archery range by TaToH, so here we have a difference. Usually Market Blacksmith is the standard thing, and then the player would just drop a castle and get his plumed archers. TaToH is going for early archers. And I wonder why, because Yo's map is so nice, he's fully walled. TaToH won't get in Feudal Age at all, no chance.
I mean, Yo is just so safe, even reinforcing with stone walls in the back to make sure that TaToH can't come in there easily. I don't know. I mean, TaToH surely knows what he's doing, but it's really going to be hard for him to do the damage here. We'll find out soon enough if he's going to be able to.
Maybe TaToH is speculating that a castle is just a little expensive. You know, you have to send a lot of villagers on stone. Stone gets mined very slowly. And then from a castle you can only create 1 plume at a time, obviously. And maybe 2 ranges are just more effective in terms of both army and economy than plumes, but that is
Yo,
to me,
meanwhile,
speculation. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, we'll see. But Yo, meanwhile, is vacant stone. Obviously, he wants to get that castle up as soon as he hits Castle Age, and he does have enough stone, so we will see a castle from Yo. I'm wondering where he's gonna put it. I think near the main gold wouldn't be too bad of a spot, but I don't think he's gonna go aggressive or something. It's gonna be a defensive one, I would say.
Yeah, in front of the main gold sounds good to me.
Because that's really the most vulnerable area of his base, I think. And there goes the villagers, and yeah, exactly, in front of the gold, so...
Yep.
As we expected. TaToH now, is he going forward, or is he going for the stone? Building a town center, okay.
Both players have lost their eagles. Otherwise TaToH would probably go forward. Right now he just wants his wall up. And probably stay there until he is walled.
Seems like it. We got a second TC as well from Yo. And I'm sure we will see a third one in a short time. Fletching for TaToH. Let's take a look at his army. Actually, TaToH still has his eagle. It's in front of Yo's base. And I think he should look for...
Oh yeah.
He might lose it here, yes, gonna probably lose it. Now he lost it to the castle.
Now he knows at least where the castle is, so he can send his crossbows in a better spot.
Also TaToH going for a full wall in the front as well now. And that should be done in just a couple moments. He does have a healthy amount of crossbows, but they're being a bit defensive. Because Yo is making plumes already, and if he has the right amount of plumes, those crossbows are going to have a hard time really doing any sort of damage on Yo's base.
Yep. Siege Workshop coming up, so yeah, overall aggro? No, TaToH plays this more aggressive. 2 ranges and a Siege Workshop now instead of a 3rd town center.
Take a look, Yo is also still on 2 TCs. Got some plumes, but not sending them yet, so both are also busy getting their economy, decent level it seems.
Shot it.
Yo even managed to eat all those sheep. Surely must have taken him a while. Professional AOC sheep herder. And there go the crossbows forward. Will he send a mangonel as well? There's nothing coming from his siege workshop at this point. So I would have thought that's for defense anyway, so...
Yep. Thinking of it now, he probably built that just to defend against plumes.
And TaToH is getting attacked, but just keeps on walking with his crossbowmen.
Yeah,
He'll probably realize he does have a numerical disadvantage, so he's just going for the raid, because I don't think he's too bothered with killing these crossbows right now, because it's going to be hard for him to do something anyway. He's got such a safe map, already sending away the villagers on the TC from the wood, which is really the only thing that TaToH could have attacked.
Defensive siege workshop as well, yeah.
And let's see, Yo is going, one villager. But that's probably going to be it for the moment, as TaToH garrisons a couple in there and Yo has to retreat.
But you see the earlier town center for Yo got him a tiny villager advantage. It's 45 against 42. Oh, 1 villager down apparently. Yeah,
and also the raiding, he already picked 2 villagers, which is nice little bonus.
But that's 6
it looks like TaToH.
Yeah,
it looks like TaToH has realized that he can't really attack Yo. He's just coming back to defend his economy with the crossbows to make sure that Yo doesn't get any more bills like that. But I'm wondering, I mean, never mind. TaToH did get the 3rd TC now, it's on the stone in the back. Take a look at Yo. I think he's gonna build one at the gold in the front, which it's a bit exposed, but there's really nowhere else to build it, I would say. If I look at his map, I don't think he could have picked a better spot.
TaToH is trying to corner these few plumed archers now. Ah, he got another...
He's gonna lose one more villager.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, let's take a look at the resources from Yo. I think he is looking to at some point go up Imperial rather swiftly. He is still quite a stretch away from him, but he doesn't seem to make a lot more plumes. Actually, he's making more, so never mind. But he does have a bit of an advantage there over TaToH in terms of the economy, it seems. Also due to losing villagers, but TaToH is actually catching up because he did get the 30C before Yo did, so he's actually one villager. I actually say villagers now. So still pretty neck and neck game. TaToH has more army, but as we've seen, it's going to be hard for him to do something with the army. Especially raiding is near impossible right now.
TaToH set his gather point on the town center to stone now. Or he might get his castles now.
It's about halfway there with the amount of stone he's got.
He's mining the other stone as well, though. That's quite a few vills on stone. Yo has slowed down a little.
Oh yeah.
The stone mining.
Also spent most of his resources on the archer armor, and I think it was gold mining, so still Imperial far away for both of these guys.
Yo controls 2 extra golds. TaToH is actually not even mining his main gold at the moment. What does he have in mind?
But if you look at TaToH's map to the right side, it's actually a pretty nice spot there with the 2 gold he's got. Because it's going to be just 2 quick walls. And because of that cliff and the forests, he can take those golds safely as well, which is nice for him. Unless Yo, of course, does somehow deny that area entirely, but if TaToH needs those at some point, I feel like he's gonna be fine.
Okay, fight coming up. Ooh, good shot. Can he get a second
And
one?
TaToH is not using his now he's coming with the mangonel.
That did a lot of splash damage there as well.
Oh, he was so lucky that he was on the hill, but still it died.
Yep. It's a nice engagement, and even the castle got cancelled now. Building it behind the town center.
See if he's gonna get a second mangonel out. And yes, there's a new mangonel coming for TaToH, but already a second one for Yo. It's gonna be a quite hard battle for TaToH. And a quite important one, I think, as well. I mean, the castle will keep him safe mostly, but he doesn't really want to lose this TC at the front.
It's just a few farms and the extra stone. He still has stone in the back. It's not a big deal. The castle still shields his main gold. Alright. TaToH is really low on gold now. Like, now he has only a few vills on the main gold. He's not mining extra golds. And Yo is halfway up to Imperial, 40% now.
I didn't even catch that. TaToH is still getting closer. He's nearly got the food, but as you said, he's hunting for gold and he's gonna need more than that. And let's see, the mangonels are coming in from TaToH. Decent shot, got one plume. That shot was not that effective. It looks like he's going around.
Was it maybe Dogao who pointed out that gold is actually even more important in a Mayan war than in an Aztecs war, because you don't get gold shaft mining. You only get the first gold mining upgrade, so you need a lot of mini golds and you need a lot of villagers on it to get your gold income. And TaToH underestimated this a little.
Yeah, and also losing quite a few crossbows. If you look at the hill at Yo's TC, there's at least 5 corpses. So he must have walked into the TC fire to do once again a bit more raiding, but unsuccessfully. And now a lot of villagers coming forward for Mr. Yo.
Yep.
And is he looking to drop a castle?
He is in front of the barracks from TaToH.
Yeah, there's the foundation.
It's a shame he didn't drop the castle earlier though, because now he is an Imperial and he's not getting any trebuchets out. Yep, in the castle in his base, he's not creating one.
looks like TaToH is looking to engage with these mangonels as he's building a castle behind. And good shot. Second one not so much. And oh, that could have been a 2-for-1, but it wasn't.
It was
But yeah.
because of the hill bonus, yeah.
Yeah. And there come the plumes, will it deny this castle?
GG. I think
Yeah.
TaToH somehow pulled the villagers off from gold and forgot to put them back, and that really killed his imperial time. And yeah, he was on the back foot, no way to come back anymore.
Indeed. Bit unfortunate, but oh yeah, Yo was asking who I am, by the way, so you might want to tell him before he
Yeah, tell him
thinks I'm
tell him
spec cheating.
co-casting. I'll be there in a second. So
Okay.
that's the 2-1. Achievements. I'm just gonna rush through them because we've pretty much seen what happened there. Okay, let's go back.
I'll take a quick look at the chat, see if someone has asked any questions. If the page decides to load. I don't think I see anything right now. But yeah, there's a confirmation from Freeper424 for Love Cheng, so I had that in mind correctly. And I'm not sure what that's gonna mean for the qualification to go to the Maldives, but I think Love Cheng is looking pretty good right now, and there's a lot of speculation going on. Some people think that Yo and Love Cheng might even be the ones going, but it's still, nothing's confirmed at this point, so also this game can make a difference. I didn't do the maths, but
I think we'll take a closer look at the brackets after this game, because I think I know the results now, but I can't do the math in my head, and yeah, just look at the brackets, it's easier.
Indeed. Church here is so loud, I gotta keep my window closed because the whole stream would hear it. And it's getting a bit thick in the air here.
Yep, it's steamy here as well.
At least it's not as sunny as it used to be and as hot. And we are on the spectator delay. They said 2.5 minutes, and it's less than 1.5 minutes at this point, I would say. So, but we saw first map was, I would guess, Arabia. Then we had both the home maps, and what's the fourth game? Is it the Japanese war, or is that after? I think that's afterwards, right?
It's 2 home maps again now. The
Okay.
Japanese war on desert is game 6.
All right. And if I'm right, this would be TaToH's home map at this point. And
Yes, correct.
I'm probably gonna go for something like Team Islands, but it's just a few more seconds and we will find out.
Yes.
There we go.
It is Team Islands. Spot on, Doctor.
3K predictions here.
Okay, both are Vikings, as expected. The maps, let's take a look. Look pretty good to me. Team Islands is usually very fair in 1v1. Much better than Islands, for example.
That looks good.
Trapped
Don't see
resources.
anything marked. That's a lot of deer on for mystery for TaToH actually. On that side, it's a huge patch. They're split up for Yo, but I don't even know if we're gonna go for them.
Yeah, you get some extra deer and even boars, but it's a bit far. Probably in feudal age the players will send 4 or 5 villas, but in dark age.
Because
yeah,
that is 11. No, it's actually 12 deers on one spot. And it's a nice bonus if you decide to go for it, but we'll see what TaToH does. They're still quite far away, obviously.
Yeah. We've seen that on Arabia as well, and Yo went for it, which helped him a little, but overall I think TaToH collected more food, so it did not really change the game. It's just a nice early bonus.
Alright. Well, the good thing is obviously the deer don't cost anything gather except for the mill, which only early on will make the difference, but we'll find out. We will find out, and take a quick look at the maps. I think there's not too much to say. I think the right side of TaToH's island is really the worst thing, because it's that stone and gold. Well, they're not even that close, to be honest. He can probably take them safely until Imperial Age when the galleons are out.
Yeah.
So it looks good.
Yes.
Let's say.
In terms of fish, both players have no fish in the back, so they're kind of forced to go forward. Maybe Yo can use the eastern corner there. There's a tiny bay with some big fish, but I think they will both get forward dogs.
Most likely.
It's not even that much water in the middle. It looks almost like a river.
It's really thin. If they put the docks pretty much on the opposite of each other, they're gonna be very quick to try and snipe off the fishing boats. And it looks like Yo will go for a forward dock as he sends this villager to build a house. Same for TaToH.
Oh, Yo always does that with the town center.
Yes.
Restart called.
Okay, what happened?
I think TaToH did not find his boars in time. Let's go to his point of view. We cannot use the Fog of War anymore, but I think he did not find the boars in time.
Yeah, that might be.
Just guessing. Let's go back.
And that is a huge deal on a map like this, where every second matters, to get that first galley out and try and do the damage.
I think Yo has not called a restart so far, so this was the only re for TaToH, and now only Yo has one left.
And they did launch again for the viewers. You can probably see it on stream anyway. 1 minute 50 at this point, so very quick to relaunch the game, which I always love and appreciate. Let's hope that everything's gonna turn out well. Good map and whatnot.
Microphone activated.
Yeah, Team Islands is, I think, pretty much the best map. Rooster is really nice, Mediterranean, but players don't like it because there's a lot of land. Actually, landing is very viable on the Mediterranean, so Team Islands is a very good water map.
I would love Mediterranean for that reason, but that's just as a caster, because, you know, the land attacks after you lose the galley war are always nice to see. But I can understand that obviously TaToH would not like this, because he is pretty confident about his water abilities, as he's shown in the Baltic game, and he just wants to pretty much win water and then finish off the game with a big advantage. And here we are again.
Okay.
Same as before. Islands Viking War.
Yes. It's a desert version of Team Islands. Doesn't matter really. Extra boars and deer. Gold's in the middle of the map. Main gold is in the center. So cool map for TaToH, nothing to worry about.
Stone from Yo is a bit weird on the right side. Wouldn't call it bugged by any means, but
yeah,
it's
yeah,
he can mine.
Since it's
most
a
of it, I
Vikings
think.
war, And his
It won't
other
matter
stone is
very much.
fine. It's alright.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Other than that, seems fine. And I would prefer this map of TaToH over the last one he had. Just because some of the resources are a little farther away from the water, but I don't think it's going to come into play anyway. And let's hope he's going to find his boards this time. I think he will. He's heading there with the scout.
I'm just looking at the forests. That could be important in the late game. I think Yo has a little bit more wood on his map, but that only comes into play in late Imperial. Until then, it doesn't matter.
I mean, the game certainly can go for that long, but it's kind of unlikely.
Yeah, not with TaToH. TaToH usually likes quick games. He's not the kind of player who draws out games intentionally and waits until late Imperial to take the upper hand. I think he wants to try something, end this in 40 minutes or so.
We take a quick look at the fish as well, because there's a bit of a difference compared to the last map. TaToH, I don't think he will, but he could go for the back docks if he wanted to, because there's quite a bit of fish there for the start, but I don't think it's going to matter. He's already sending a villager forward and he's going to build the dock forward. That's a good spot if he's going to build it at that corner. He's got a lot of big fish around.
Win.
There's the boar, safely taken by TaToH, so I'm glad that's gone well for him this time. He was also just taken his first boar. And the first dock's coming up. I'd say good spots for both. Deep fish, really close.
And the docks actually fit on one screen. They're very close to each other.
Yeah, I think the time to go up is going to be very important in this map right now. And yeah, nice little bonus for TaToH, because his board was right next to the dock. He could just take the board with him on the way back.
Yep, same thing for Yo now. He's bringing the board.
Oh yeah, that was also pretty close. Nice.
Yeah, this is the kind of games beginners can actually take and like learn it off by heart. This is exactly how you play 1v1 water. Both players do exactly the same, so you can be positive that this is the most standard thing you can do. If you learn how to play this properly, maybe get similar times, be like 10 or 20 seconds slower, you're still pretty good then on water. And yeah, this is really golden here.
TaToH was a tad faster on the fishing ships. Not a big deal, I think, at all, but got him out a little earlier, and I'll take a quick look at the resources. TaToH's looking a bit better with the food, but maybe Yo needs to just drop something off.
You see the time they're getting loom, it's just 1 second apart. That's how, how tight these build orders are.
Yeah, and TaToH nearly has 500 food. He's gonna have it in just a second. We'll click up right afterwards, so take a look at Yo.
They clicked up at the exact same second.
Yeah. Oh well, then it's gonna be the micro deciding what's happening next.
Yeah. No, like,
Both are going for 4 fishing ships.
Sometimes I can't really listen to myself anymore, like pointing out how tight these builds are. And I think everyone has heard it a million times, but this is another nice example how really tight they are. Like, it's not like on Arabia when you play a Drush FC and you get to castle like 20 seconds later than you should. Doesn't matter, but here it can matter really, and it can cost you the game.
Yeah. Both of these players now going for the second dock. Yo even for the third. And it's not going to be long until we see the first galleys coming out.
Yep.
And the first engagement will be huge.
Yep, might be game deciding. The next 30 seconds or so. Let's see.
2 galleys for Yo being produced. And a third one is going to be coming out as well. Let's take a look for TaToH. I'm sure he's going to be looking the same. Yep, 3 galleys on the way.
Also, the build order does not really stop here. You also have to keep in mind when to build your blacksmith, when to build the market, when to sell stone, when to start gathering food more than wood, and so on. So you actually have to learn this until you click up the castle.
A quick question though, I mean, usually you do go for double bit X right away, don't you?
Yes, but the players
Because
haven't.
if I recall correctly, I saw Yo upgrading it, but I don't think... Did TaToH get it as well? Not entirely sure, I didn't see it. He might have gotten it before, I'm not entirely sure. There's the 4th dock already for TaToH. Yo is building his still. And if TaToH can keep at the production rate, he should be looking good. Housed for a second, but he did get a house up, so that's not going to be a problem.
Extra dock for TaToH at the moment. 4th just coming up now for Yo.
Does have 1 extra military right now. But he does not decide to engage at this point. Probably looking to get a bit more. Once again, housed for a second.
Just protecting their fishing ships now.
It's so close. Wow. TaToH does have 1 extra villager, but I'm sure Yo will catch up. Well, it's just going to be close behind him. Military 1 ahead for TaToH, but depending on the micro, now 2 ahead for TaToH. Depending on how the micro goes, that could change very swiftly. Maybe they're gonna engage now. It looks like TaToH is closing in. And there's gonna be the fight. 1 galley down for TaToH, a bit of an advantage for Yo. And Yo does have 1 extra galley at this rate.
Why is TaToH going north now? He reveals his fishing ships to the enemy.
Sure.
Or is he trying to distract the enemy and snipe fishing ships from the back? But
look at this, Yo is immediately going to try and get TaToH's fishing ships.
Yeah.
But I think TaToH will be able to defend.
Oh, he's trying to sneak around.
Reinforcements.
TaToH is trying to sneak around.
And I think he will get at least 1 fishing ship there.
Yeah.
1 down, and he's just gonna run away again.
But you shouldn't go back
on the
too
other
far.
side. Yeah, because Yo is closing in on his fishing ships now.
He went back way too far now, and Yo brought in his entire navy. And now TaToH is on the run.
We do see a blacksmith coming up for TaToH, which can give him a bit of an advantage, because Yo does not have a foundation laid down or anything like that. So, actually does have it. I completely missed it, but fletching will still be earlier for TaToH though. And especially the extra range can help him a lot here.
15 to 15 in military and 3 fishing ships left for both.
I'm not sure if this entire maneuver was the right choice by TaToH, because now his galleys are split up and his fishing ships were just running away for a while, which is a bit of idle time, and it can come down to that if a player goes Castle Age first. And the earlier Castle Age, if it gets that far, is hugely important as well.
Yeah, both players have fletching now.
And Yo coming for the fishing ships again. TaToH immediately moving them, but still he's gonna lose 1. It's so hard, but I feel like TaToH just sometimes goes a bit too far away from his own docks, and he's gonna lose 1 more galley. And I do think that Yo is looking a bit better. Numbers are still very close. It's 17 military for both players, but I feel like Yo is really doing a great job this time, and he's really giving TaToH a run for the money. Because that would be considered by most to be one of the best water players out there, and that's surely why he did pick this map. But Yo is not an easy opponent.
Yeah, TaToH has 11 foragers, and it is inefficient already. I think 6 and 7 is already too much. Not sure what he's doing economically as well.
Take a look at the resources quickly.
Why,
but TaToH can click still if he wants to.
Again, TaToH sailed back with his navy to the edge of the map. I have no idea why
But
he's
he's
still
clicked
here.
Castle Age.
Okay, so this explains the 11 foragers. And he obviously sold stone. That is gone now for him.
Yeah.
But this is a wild build order. Let's check.
Indeed.
Yo clicked up now. I think his fish worked much better for him. Until recently he was fishing just in front of one of his docks.
TaToH doing a good job harassing. He doesn't want you to just give Yo the kill onto his harbor for free.
Yeah. Look at Yo's berries. He has 5 villagers on them, and almost all bushes are still available.
Oh yeah.
So this berry strategy is not really something I would recommend.
Well, we will see how it pays off soon enough. TaToH will be slightly earlier in Castle Age. He's gonna get the upgrades. And we'll take a look at the military. He is still not too far away. He's got 4 less galleys. But if they're upgraded earlier, that can make all the difference. And you have to be aware that Yo is kind of in the middle of 2 armies. So depending on how it goes, TaToH might be able to trap Yo in this little kind of middle water here. Building more docks as well, so he's trying to get the same numbers up again, just 3 behind now, and there's the Castle Age. We should see War Galley coming up, and Botkin Arrow. And I think this is going to be very important, but TaToH, don't go so far away with your galleys. On the left side again, he's just sending them so far away. And I think he really wants to have both his armies together, because the numbers for Yo are still pretty good, and he could take on, I think he could take on this one army just with normal galleys, and he wouldn't even need war galleys. And there we go, this is going to be the big engagement now, I think.
Yo will have the upgrades in 30 seconds or so.
TaToH is coming closer, but Yo is trying to keep his distance from the second army. And we'll take a look at the numbers once again. Yo is still 5 ahead.
I just heard a university being built for Yo, and he's getting the ballistics, and that will change the game massively.
There's also a university coming up for TaToH, but he will be later. However, let's take a look at this fight now. I think the micro is a bit better for TaToH. He did get 2 war galleys there. He did send 1 runner to the side, which distracted Yo for a bit. And he forced Yo to retreat for now. But ballistics will come any seconds, and TaToH is not researching it yet. There we go, ballistics for Yo, and TaToH has to be careful now. Come on, TaToH, click ballistics.
Did TaToH get
resources?
Bowsaw, by the way, the wood upgrade?
I am not sure, as I said, I didn't see it. That's the thing. He may have clicked it earlier and gotten it before I took a look. I'm not sure. I think he didn't get it, but I am not 100% sure.
We can check in a minute. Careening coming up for Yo. That is big. It gives you +1 defense. Military
But
count.
Yo is losing this battle. He has a lot less army. TaToH is like 10 ahead, and even with the ballistics and with the careening coming in a few moments, it's not going to be enough.
No.
TaToH did pull it off.
Yo idled his stocks there a little.
I think maybe he was a bit eager trying to get the university and the ballistics, which delayed him a bit in getting the numbers, and the numbers are still very important, even if he has the upgrade advantage. But let's see, it's not over quite yet. I'll take a quick look at how many galleys, or 4 galleys at this point, he does have in his docks. So he's got 1 in each, 2 in 1 dock. Can send out a few more, but TaToH does have double the military. I think TaToH will take this water, and TaToH is not the player to lose an advantage like this on water. doing a great job microing. He's gonna destroy.
Only now TaToH's getting double bid axe.
Yeah.
And I
so
can't imagine.
Right.
And I can't imagine he did it on purpose. Like leaving it.
Must be a mistake.
For 20 minutes, 26 minutes.
Yeah. I'm surprised he still pulled it off that well though, considering he didn't have one of the most crucial upgrades. And this is once again a big battle, but military is still in favor of TaToH. Not that by that much anymore, but once he gets ballistics, he should be doing pretty good. 10, about 10, 9 military ahead for TaToH, but he's got to keep on producing.
Yeah, still double the army for TaToH.
And I think he will take this as well.
Is Yo building any extra docks somewhere? No, he's not. Building town centers instead. Okay.
Now it seems like Yo might have given up on water at this point. I'll take a look at his docks again, but there's nothing coming out. Well, one more was being produced, but it's probably just a leftover. As you said, 2 TCs coming up. Pretty good spots as well.
Yep, TaToH still on 1 town center.
Might be looking to add another one soon enough. Be a nice TC between the gold, the stone, and the forest on the right side.
Yeah, Yo has completely given up on water right now. It's not.
And he's gonna lose these docks. Yeah, the boom is already a bit stronger for Yo. With the TCs coming up, he's got a 3 villager advantage. And TaToH really has to make sure that he doesn't delay himself too much. He also wants to get these TCs up and try and catch up to Yo again. Because he will know that the first thing you do once you lose water is either prepare a landing or try and boom up. Or do both at the same time.
TaToH will surround his own island now to sandwich Yo's navy. Yo was trying to snipe villagers there, but yeah, nothing much really to do.
Yeah. It's a good move going for it, but TaToH's economy is pretty safe at this point. I don't think there's anything really in the region. There are the 2 TCs from TaToH, the stone and wood on the left, and one where I said where I said it was going to be a good spot. So once again, the 3K predictions coming out. Was kind of obvious though, I'll admit that. And then we're gonna see who gets up to Imperial first. Still gonna be a stretch though. Army is being cleaned up, so Yo does not have any boats anymore.
Two town centers
but yeah,
up
look at the
for
villager numbers.
TaToH. Yep, TaToH is keeping up there. He's behind just 8 now, and he has 2 town centers himself. Less farms, obviously. You can see that when you look at the islands. But he's not far off.
Not that much. I think I'd definitely take 10 less villagers over water control. Well, I mean, I would take water control over 10 less villagers, sorry. And TaToH knows that as well. He's still in a good position here. Even with a few less villagers, it's not that big of a deal. One moment, I'll be right back. And I am back.
Both players are still booming massively. TaToH's in the back of Yo's base now, where he's trying to redock. He has even 2-3 galleys and 4 docks. That's not bad. But I think TaToH's sending more now. Yes, he's sending at least half his navy to the back.
The good move from TaToH that he's immediately gone to check. But yeah, look at what Yo just clicked.
He's up to Imperial.
And TaToH is still quite far behind. I mean, he does have 500 food, 350 gold. It's not going to be that much longer, but it will be a bit of a difference. But if he keeps control of the water, I don't think it will matter that much. Yo does not have the stone to prop a castle somewhere at the side of the water to build some more extra docks. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Will be up faster, and he is forcing back TaToH's navy, but in the meantime the rest of TaToH is just coming to clean up these docks.
Yep.
Military is still favoring TaToH. More than double the amount of military, and he's still building more docks, as well as taking the relics, which can
Yo
give him a
will-
little bit of an advantage.
You will definitely need castles to clear the shoreline.
Yeah.
Ah, he's redocking in the, let's say 9 or 10 o'clock position now.
Yeah. One thing I've spotted though is that the relics are in favor of TaToH. He does. I could only spot one relic on Yo's island, whilst TaToH does have 3. Already picked up 1. There's 2 more for me to be. Actually 4. TaToH has 4 relics. That's also why he's gone for this
Wow.
monastery, because he probably
That's a
spotted them and he wants to get them immediately.
big difference, only 1 relic there, indeed, for Yo.
And I really feel like TaToH is in a great position at this point. Yo did get some more ships in the back, but still, double the army for TaToH. But he's gotta keep on looking around Yo's base if Yo is trying it somewhere else. Because he did not spot those 5 docks. And I hope that TaToH does not stop producing galleys.
Still not.
He needs to build more. He knows that Yo's plan, I think he will guess that Yo's plan right now is not going for a landing. And he has to keep his eyes out and see if he can find these docks. And now with the Imperial or Yo, TaToH is immediately going in, trying to snipe off these galleys in the back before they are up into the galleons. And it looks like he will get a...
But still,
I
yeah.
think that was take it though, he's got bigger numbers. But it's getting closer. Yo is doing a good job. He now does have the galleons. He will be cleaned up in the back, but that might change in the front because there's barely any navy from TaToH there, and there's a decent number of galleons coming in from Yo. Fishing ships are gonna go down. Don't think he minds that too much at this point.
Again, checking the overall statistics, 9,000 food for Yo, 7,800 for TaToH, wood 18,000 for TaToH, probably 17,000 for Yo. Gold, very similar, just 400 difference in favor of Yo. So no big differences.
And as TaToH did hit Imperial Age, he is now getting the important upgrades himself. Chemistry Galleon Bracer. And numbers are still in favor. He does have about 30 extra. He's nearly got 3 times as many ships as Yo, so he should be able to clean this up. Especially once he has the fully upgraded. Yeah, there we go. There's the galleons with everything, including careening. Just chemistry missing, it seems. Yo is getting some villagers killed here. Get one, might get a second one on the shoreline. I don't think it will be that big of a difference. Nice move anyway though. TaToH is still picking up relic. This monk has got a busy life. There'll be a 3rd relic brought in for TaToH. But he still has got 1 more in the back then. And there is the castle now for Mr. Yo.
It's a bit far from the shoreline.
Yeah, I thought so as well. I would have tried to see if you can put it, for example, in the back on that hill or something. Or that TaToH's gonna have a hard time coming in to the back and then try and redock the back.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe that's just what a noob would do. I'm sure Yo doesn't know what he's doing. I thought the same. It's a bit farther back than I would have expected. And the thing is, the docks over there, 2 of them are pretty much destroyed. And he can't build any more because TaToH...
Just look at the army count right now. TaToH has more than tripled the army. 16 against 70 really.
I think it could be GG soon. I'm not sure if Yo's gonna go for something else. But it's really gonna be hard for him to do anything against TaToH right now.
Yo has nice resources, but no army. He has plenty of wood left on his islands.
I'm wondering if Yo is looking to do a landing or something. He is sending this 1 galleon on the left side to scout out the shore and see if maybe there's a spot where he can, I don't know, build a couple archery ranges or something as a last-ditch effort to change something about this entire situation. And we'll see if he goes for that. But I wouldn't be surprised if TaToH, once he realizes that Yo isn't really gonna have any more chance on water, once he also cleans up the back here, he might just go and toss up a few outposts just to make sure that he is completely safe and will be alerted if a landing comes in. TaToH might even...
Sorry, Yo meanwhile lost quite a few villagers in the front. TaToH is using his water control now.
Oh yeah. Tower there, but... Well, it's taken out some of the galleons, which is a nice little bonus for him. And yeah, the raiding keeps on going, and TaToH is surrounding this island pretty much completely. I like the castle from Yo now though. If you look at the one in the back where he's got some more docks, I think it's a good position. It's on a little hill and it's kind of completely covered this narrow bit of water.
It secures the gold as well. Yeah.
And if he baits TaToH into that, TaToH will have a hard time fighting it, even if he has a lot more numbers. And the 4th relic now tapped for TaToH, so he's looking good in terms of gold.
Yep, 4 relics in the monastery. That is huge.
Let's look at the map. Yo is pretty much completely surrounded.
Yep.
And this is exactly why TaToH always chooses this as one of his home maps. He's just so good on team islands. He knows exactly what he's doing. Yo is getting dry dock.
That lowers the price for galleys even more.
Okay. Even then it's still gonna be hard for him.
Oh, no, sorry, never mind. That is shipwright, not dry dock, my bad. Anyway.
I started the one for the transport ships.
Yep.
Yeah, but he realized it wouldn't work.
Yep. GG.
I don't think any transport ship could have gone across, and or even cannon galleons for TaToH, but I don't think that mattered at all. I think Yo just realized he is not going to be able to land TaToH, so he gave up, and
yeah.
Well played by TaToH indeed. He's got 190 units killed compared to 128 from Yo. Got a lot more buildings, so good army control by TaToH. Let's take a look at the economy a bit. More food for Yo, but just about 1,000, and more wood and gold for TaToH. As expected.
Which is what matters, right, on water.
Yeah, definitely. Other than that, I don't... Yeah, relic gold, already about 4 times as much for TaToH. I don't think that really came into play in this game, but, you know.
Yeah.
TaToH making sure that he's ready for everything.
Okay, let's go back. They've launched already. The next one will be the home map for Mr. Yo, game 5. What could he pick? Maybe Nomad.
Oh yeah, the Chinese players are known for their Nomad capabilities.
Yeah. I'll be back in a minute. Bathroom, water, and so on.
I'll take a look at the chat in the meanwhile and see if you guys said anything. Any sort of questions? But yeah, guys, go ahead if there are questions. We will try to answer them at our best capability, so if there are any, let us know. And it's great that we have all these series go into 2-2 today. As you've seen Doubt versus Lovechang earlier on, that was also 2-2 until Lovechang just pulled away. And here again we're at 2-2, and honestly I cannot tell how this is gonna end. Both players are doing good, but I would believe that it might favor TaToH a bit more. Well, Morbid Hamster, I would love to help you with that, but I think you should consult a doctor if that is actually true. I am sadly not a real doctor, which is a bit unfortunate. I would probably not follow the advice of Mousy though. I don't think that sounds like a great idea. Burning it off. Not sure. I think they did that in the Middle Ages and it doesn't seem to be the best idea. But thank you for the question anyway. Hello and welcome back. What do you think, Jeanette? Obviously next home map. There was only one question which was a bit trollish.
No,
referring to my name because it's Doctor.
He should definitely ask Gentle about it. He's the expert.
Alright. I said he should just go visit a real doctor. That's probably the best idea.
Sorry.
But yeah, now if we're looking at the last maps, I think this overall is going to be a... I don't know, what would you say? Do you think the Japanese war is going to favor Yo or TaToH?
Microphone activated.
It's hard to say, but I think that TaToH does have is just slightly behind Yo's abilities on land maps. I'm not sure. I mean, you know, TaToH can always get an upset, bring an upset into the table, but I'm not sure, man. As with the home mech now coming up from Yo, which can be an advantage for him. It's so hard to say, man. I just don't know how the series is gonna end. It's such a great series once again. The last days we just had amazing games. And for the chat, we are at 150 spec delay, probably less at this point, so not too much longer. 110 even, okay.
We've guessed Nomad. What else could you choose?
I'm not sure, but I think Nomad...
Regicide Fortress, maybe?
Maybe. I mean, if it was Paladin, I would definitely say Regicide Fortress. Not sure how much Yo likes the map. Don't know that much about Yo. Guess we'll just have to wait it out, 10 more seconds. Let's stop with the speculation and see what's going on. And it is not Nomad.
Sand Maze.
Right. Sand Maze, interesting.
Lovechain today actually picked a game from TaToH on this map. Oh yeah. It's maybe a little similar to Ghost Lake, isn't it? The players are separated by an area you cannot place buildings on. I think there are similarities to Ghost Lake. But both
the biggest
yeah.
difference really is that you can make galleys and control the water, but I don't think it's that important in 1v1s.
Both players going for Mongols though, not Mayans like Doubt and Lovechain. Yeah. That's a cool choice. I really love Mongols.
And Yo is surely going to be happy about those 4 deer so close to his TC, especially as the Mongol.
Yep, right next to the TC.
Take a look at TaToH's base. Deer are quite a bit farther away for him.
He has
Other
two
than
golds
that,
in
he's
the back.
got yeah, and 1 stone as well, which is going to be safe if he just walls in the back a little bit. So TaToH's map is looking good. As for Yo, I would prefer TaToH's map. I mean, the deer are definitely better for Yo, but other than that, I mean, actually Yo can also pretty easily wall it off on the right side, and he's gonna have a safe main gold.
Yep, he called the restart.
Alright.
Not happy with the map, as it seems.
Well, it's not the perfect map. I'm not sure. He just wants to be safe here, I guess.
Maybe something else happened too. Maybe he idled his TC a little, who knows. Yeah. Let's just go back.
The support for TaToH in chat is huge.
Yep. Well, TaToH he's a nice guy, honestly. He's not like, you know, a very reclusive expert like Doubt maybe, who hardly ever answers on Woobly or so. He talks to almost everyone, I guess. He plays on HD when there's
He's
friends
also
playing.
often in chat.
He plays fun games with average 1600s. He's really a cool guy. And all the Spanish guys, that's a new clan. They have 1500 players up to TaToH level, and they play all the time. So yeah, TaToH is a nice guy.
I usually root for him. It depends on who he's playing against. But I like TaToH. Cool dude. And they did launch again. 2 minutes 30. Probably a bit less at this point. 150 already.
Microphone activated.
The gold was bad, that's what the Chinese streamer is saying in the chat. Yeah, I checked the trees next to it, and he would have had to send villagers around a forest to mine it from the other side, so that is true.
I think he could have kept it safe relatively easily, but at the same time, a lot worse compared to TaToH's gold. And obviously sending villagers around the forest is never a nice thing. Want to avoid that generally. But I mean, they were very quick to relaunch again, and it won't be much longer until we get into the next game. But I will already have to warn you, I might have to leave in the middle of that game.
That is okay, you said it earlier, and I'm always happy to have co-casters as much as possible. Alright.
There we go.
Sandmaze again, gonna go Alt G. Yo is blue for me, TaToH is red. Let's check out their maps. Back gold for TaToH. Deer in the back, that is fine. Back gold, secondary gold is nice. And another gold in the back. And a forest in the front, so this is brilliant for TaToH. Nothing much to complain.
That's a very easy wall off as well from the front. The military buildings and a couple houses, he probably doesn't even have to lay down any walls or palisades. For Yo, not so much, I guess. He's a bit more open. Not a huge fan of his golds, once again. But at least he doesn't have to send them around the forest this time. His main gold is in a bit of a weird spot.
He can build 2 good mining camps though on that main gold, so that's okay. Stone and deer is fine. Yeah.
And he does have the extra gold in the back as well, which can be pretty easily walled off if he needs to go for that as well.
Yep.
So, I mean, we won't see a restart anyway, but I don't think there's a huge disadvantage. I would generally favor TaToH's map. I think the only problem for TaToH is the area to the left. If Yo manages to control that, it's going to be a bit hard for TaToH to get stone and gold, but I don't know if it's going to get that far. What I like about this map though is that there is actually deep fish, because on the last one we didn't have any deep fish.
Okay.
And that gives a bit more importance to the water.
Yep.
If players decide to go for it. It's a bit more, there's a little more variability here, if that's the correct word. Because I think there was only a couple of shorefish, and for shorefish no one's really gonna go on water.
Yeah, not really worth fighting over. One thing I noticed, for Yo, the distance to the water is much shorter than for TaToH. TaToH would have to walk a bit further. Not that it's a big deal, but every little helps, you know.
At the same time though, it seems like... Actually, it's not gonna matter. For the first lumber camp from Yo could potentially be reached by some warships. And his TC is also a bit closer, so like the front of his base could be harassed if TaToH decides to take the water and is successful. But I don't know if it's gonna matter that much.
TaToH also a bit strange to me. He went for a really far forest. He had 2 forests closer, actually 4 forests closer, but he went for the one towards the south. Not sure why.
Maybe he wants to quote-unquote save up his back forests for the case that Yo gets some raiding in and has some crossbows or something. But I mean, I don't know. It's not too big of a difference, I guess, for now. Taking a second boar. Yo is not quite there, but Yo did push 2 deer, which I'm not sure if TaToH did it. I only see 2 deer left, so actually 3 deer, so TaToH also seems to have pushed 1 deer.
Okay,
That's probably
dog
why
is up.
Yo is going.
Yeah.
Oh, alright already.
Both taking shorefish. Chasing the scout from TaToH. Second boar a bit late for Yo. TaToH has...
But yeah, as I said, he did push 2 deer, so that might be why, because TaToH only pushed 1.
That's true. TaToH's deer is not bad though, he can push them if he wants.
Yeah, he could, definitely. Yeah. But I guess he just had to go scouting. Fishing ships are out. And yeah, not much longer and we will see Feudal Age. It already has 400 wood.
Yep, there's the click from TaToH.
Yeah. Alright. Yo is not that far behind, he's got 425 food at this moment, 460, just a few more moments, and he will click himself, and there he goes.
Yo has not scouted the area from TaToH at all. It looks like both players are really focusing on the water.
Yeah.
Is TaToH even on gold, or what is he doing? Check his resources. He's going now, just with 1 villager though. Maybe just to build 2 galleys. That takes 60 gold.
That might be. Well, he does surely have a bit of an advantage in terms of time. However, he is 2 villagers behind. But he will get the galleys out first, so he could technically take the water if Yo doesn't manage to reinforce or out micro him.
Yep.
But is that worth it? He's about 24 seconds ahead, but has 2 less villagers. I guess we will find out. Stable.
Yep. Gonna be
TaToH.
scouts.
As we see so often from the Mongols. And 1 galley coming out already. See if Yo's gonna go for 1 as well. Click the galley yet, but I'll take a look at the docks and see if he's
Yo is
also
not
getting
getting
1 out.
galleys so far.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I think TaToH will be able to get the water.
Why did Yo fight this with a villager anyway? Spearman coming up now. Nice micro from Yo there. Got the scout still. Well, nice micro from both actually. Did some serious damage to Yo as well.
Water, meanwhile, 1 fishing ship down. Yo is still not making any galleys, so I guess he's just gonna give the water to TaToH.
Yep, Yo micro walling his gold already. Market in
Looks like
blacksmith.
Yo's gonna go for a wall all along the right side there.
And castle age basically. He has 200 gold, 800 food now.
Not quite, 5 more, and there we go. Look at TaToH, he is obviously making scouts, so his resources are very low. He's at the limit of everything, because he wants to get some feudal aggression in. And he did get 1 villager earlier on, but let's see if he's gonna get even more. Okay, there's more scouts coming. TaToH is reinforcing his fishing ship. Navy, so he's looking to take some more fish and play off the advantage he's got.
These spearmen, by the way, should be ashamed of themselves. They lose in a one-on-one fight against a villager. Come on. Anyway.
That's actually... wow. Yeah, actually I knew that. Somebody said it a while ago. But It's a bit of a weird mechanic, if you ask me. That even if it's just probably the worst military units for like a villager attacking, I guess, I still think a military unit should be able to beat a villager. But maybe that would make him too strong. I don't
3
really know.
scouts
And they're
entering the
scouts.
wood line. Yeah.
Gonna have 5 scouts. And he's making a 6th one as well. It's gonna be quite a while longer until TaToH gets up to Castle Age. He does 0 gold, 200 food, how about 150 wood, so he is far, far away. And Yo is already in Castle Age.
You'll get a fire ship. You can afford it. Should just not forget about it now.
Yeah.
Camel coming up.
TaToH is walling off to keep himself safe.
Stone walls.
Yeah,
even.
well.
Yeah.
Did you see his TaToH is 10 villagers ahead though? Yo only has 20 villagers, and don't
Yeah,
you
well, obviously during the
What's the
time Yo was going up, TaToH kept creating villagers. Yeah.
Yeah, but don't you usually go for more villagers if you go fast castle? Was TaToH so successful with the raiding?
He was. He got 2 villagers, I think. So that adds up.
And there is the fire ship.
Mm-hmm.
The galleys will go down. And surely the fishing ships will as well, because TaToH is not producing any more galleys. It's a good move from Yo, I think.
Well, they have collected quite some food in the meantime, so that's okay.
Yeah, that's true.
1 scout down, died to the camel. Scouts still look for a target, but Yo keeps his base really safe here.
Yeah. He's got the micro walls, and obviously the farms are the TC. There's really nothing that TaToH can do here. And being annoying. Okay, full stone walls coming up for TaToH. You can see walling all the way around the left side. So those resources should be safe for now. Because I don't think Yo has the resources to go for a strong push with siege and whatnot. He's barely got resources of 150, 200 with all of his resources.
Yeah. Nice fast wall from Yo, protecting his foragers there at the berries.
Yeah. Like the only thing that wasn't walled or secured by the TC, so well played indeed. I think TaToH will be able to click castle soon. Yeah, there we go. Just as I said that he clicked it.
And Yo is on population 20.
Yeah. Wait, population 20?
29, sorry.
29, yeah. But I'm not sure if the scouts will spot it, but Yo has to be careful he doesn't over chop on his wood. There's 1 tree with 35 wood left.
Yeah.
And if the scouts get in there, might be able to pick off another villager and will disrupt the economy just a moment. And TaToH is completely walled.
Yo is building a town center near the secondary gold and the forest. That's a good one.
Just a quick thing. I will sadly have to leave now, Jeanette.
Alright.
But it was fun so far, and
Yep.
yeah, have fun casting these games. I'll try and keep an eye on what's happening. And
Thanks. Yeah,
I'll tell you again when I have time to co-cast.
Yep.
See ya.
Thanks. Much appreciated. Bye. Okay, that was Doctor, guys, by the way.
Disconnected from your channel.
People keep asking for his name. He's not co-casting too often and rather new on our team. So yeah, hope you enjoyed his casting there. Oh, what is Yo doing? Going for knights apparently. No, let's not call it knights, let's call it rather economy. Because I think he will invest most of his resources now in villagers, farms, economy upgrades. And so will TaToH, I think. Villager count 33 to 31. Just 1 fishing ship there for TaToH, that's not gonna be a huge difference. Yeah. Second town center there. I think over the next 5 minutes or so, we just have to keep an eye on the villager number here, because there won't be much military action. I can't imagine it. TaToH is stonewalled, so I don't see Yo coming in anyway. Might snipe these vills here with ranged units, but again, I don't see an archery range or anything. And TaToH doesn't create army himself, so it's gonna be an economy race here. A race to Imperial probably, since they're both Mongols and Mangudai are just so much better in Imperial. You know, if they get Parthian tactics, if they get Bracer and chemistry, then just so much stronger. Elite Mangudai are considerably stronger than Castle Age Mangudai, and so on. The name of this map is Sand Maze. You have sand in the middle here. Units can cross it, even ships can sail on it. But you cannot build buildings on it. I think you can wall, yeah, we can see palisades here. You can even build stone walls, but you cannot build any proper buildings on the sand. Yep, just as expected, the villager numbers are shooting through the roof. Around 50 villagers for both now. Not adding more army really, just 2 knights and camels here. We can check this number here. 9 military against 4, including this fighter ship. These scouts here will die really fast. And no blacksmith upgrades at all. That tells us that army is not an important thing to both players at this moment. Both players housed apparently, building houses like crazy here. Yo is sealing off this bit. TaToH running around with the scouts, trying to search for some villagers to pick up. Might get a farmer, but I don't even think so. If TaToH rushes through this TC, there's 2 more TCs waiting for him and these 3 units, so there's no point really trying to be aggressive at the moment. Villager count still very close here, 64 to 64, exactly the same at this point. Alright. Handcart coming up. That is a very important economy upgrade, and since this game revolves completely around economy at the moment, this is actually a big difference. We can use this nice feature here that shows us the overall resources collected. That's 7,000 food against 5,900 from TaToH compared to Yo. Wood also 1,000 lead for TaToH. More stone and gold, just 250 lead here for Yo. So it looks like the boom for TaToH is slightly better. That might give him the chance to come out stronger in Imperial Age. University coming up, it looks like he's preparing to click up to Imperial. Yes, he has 750 gold, roughly 900 food. So yeah, looking good for TaToH. Let's compare that to Yo. Is it the scouts doing some raiding? Yeah, just 1 villager building a house. Nothing bad. Handcart coming up for Yo, so yeah, shows us that Yo is like 1 step behind in the economy race here. And there's the Imperial click from TaToH. While Yo is on 400, 500 food, and 400 gold, and roughly 400 now 500 food. In the lake, nothing going on. First castle coming up for Yo there, shielding this 2 forests and the gold behind. Could hear a relic being picked up. Let's go to the monastery, take a look. No other relics in there yet. Let's see what TaToH is doing. Also a monk coming out. Both players realize now that it's probably time to pick up the relics. This might turn into a long game. And here's the castle, just finished for TaToH. Alright. Villager counts. Let's go back to the normal view. Still, it was 98 for both just a second ago. How did Yo get in here? Did the villagers overchop? I think so. Yep, there's a tiny hole now. Can he get the conversion? No. It's really a random number. It can be... what is it? 7 seconds up to 12 seconds? Or is that the balance patch? Is it 5 seconds up to 12? I don't know. This one definitely looked more like 10 to 12. Usually there would have been a conversion. First Mangudai coming out, second one. So there's nothing serious going on here. He will just chase away these knights and wall off this tiny gap. A big fight will be happening in the area between this castle and, yeah, well, the beginning here of TaToH's base. Conscription is coming up. You see all the relevant upgrades now for Mangudai. Bloodlines, ballistics, conscription, Bodkin arrow, padded archer armor. It's all about Mangudais now. Players have developed their economies. They're getting close to 120 villagers. That is pretty much the goal if you want to boom and fight an Imperial. So now that they have resources overflowing, really, they can invest it into army already. 2 Mangudai going down to the castle. And the same thing going on here for TaToH. Ballistics, bracer. Husbandry is an important one, and many forget about it. But husbandry obviously affects Mangudai as well. They're a mounted unit, right?
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
So yeah, just as I assumed here, between Yo's castles and TaToH's base here, shielded by a castle now as well, this is where the action is gonna take place. Another castle shielding the area here, well, in the east of the map. Just 1 gold, but that is important in such an economy-heavy game. TaToH is just going for the mining camp. Does not care about protecting his resources too well at the moment. Might still be a good idea to invest more in trebuchets, maybe an extra castle or whatever. Let's compare the military count, 26 against 20. Villagers 132 to 124. It's Yo going. Now TaToH just spotted these villagers. 3 Mangudais are there already, so they can chase these villagers, and it's really far to the next town center or castle. I wonder whether it's worth sending these Mankudai back really, because the Vils will be dead by the time they arrive. Well, if he can take revenge for his people. Okay, that's one trebuchet out. TaToH is already going for skirmishers. Elite skirmisher upgrade done now. Town center is up, and now TaToH is building a castle here, securing the gold here for himself. Does Yo have any other units apart from Mankudai? He has 3 stables there. Let's see what he's doing. Yep, getting light cavalry. Later on, probably hussars. I'll check the military stats, and here it is. 4 castles for Yo, 3 castles for TaToH. I think it might be a good idea to check the military stats anyway, because both players have developed their economies now. Ooh, nice engagement here from Yo. Killed a lot of villagers and quite a few Mankudai from TaToH, so nice skirmish at the side here. In favor of Yo, for sure. But the big fight here in the middle will decide the game. CA, cavalry archers. Mankudai are classified as cavalry archers as well. Come on, bring the skirmishers to the front. This is looking pretty good. Castle down for Yo. And Yo is preparing a push here from the north. By the looks. Maybe he's just trying to defend here in the front of his base and push in from the side. That could work. But he should think of something nice against these skirmishers. Because fully upgraded Mankudai, they really tear light cavalry apart. Now it is hussars, and Mongol hussars get an HP bonus, right? It's 117 HP, I think. No plate mail armor for them though, but still a very strong unit. Another castle down now, and I think Yo will find it harder to reinforce his Mankudai troops now. Yeah, he's not really pushing at all at the moment. Just took out the castle here. It's mining away the gold. The trebuchets on their way to destruction. TaToH's base is perfectly fine. Villagers overchopped, but I don't see any raiding from Yo so far. He's still garrisoning hussars, so they will do something sooner or later. Either try to snipe the skirmishers in a bad moment for TaToH, or they will be released towards the base and kill some villagers. We'll definitely see them in one spot. (185) population for Yo now. Well, obviously he lost a couple of castles already. Monastery going down, so there goes the advantage with the relics that Yo had over TaToH. Check the relics for TaToH, that is just 1, so yeah, 4 relics over 1, that is quite nice. 2 monks bringing relics in already. It's just a big advantage to have now. Ooh, Yo sent these vills away. Maybe on purpose. Sometimes in the late game, players just send their villagers into the enemy army. to use them as meat shields or just to get rid of them with one click rather than deleting every single one of them. Oh, that is one knight. TaToH is building another castle. I wonder where. Towards the front or towards the side? Okay, now here's the hussars. Does TaToH have enough Mankadai here? I don't think so. More hussars moving in from the side. He's pretty much surrounded now. I think this looks like a good fight for Yo at this point. These hussars, they have 2+2 pierce armor. Click on one. So hard to find one that's not dead already. And 117 HP. Yeah, close fight, but still, Yo coming out on top of it. Yeah, some tiny skirmishes over this gold here, going back and forth. But I think the big fight looks in favor for Yo right now. This gold here. Okay, now these villagers are going for it just now. And what is Yo waiting for? Probably a siege. He does not have any trebuchets or siege rams with him. TaToH is reinforcing around this castle here. TaToH is on 596 stone. That is so annoying as a Mongol player. You're just so close to building a castle. And I think the next wave will be rather hard to defend for Yo. Just assuming that TaToH has all the resources he needs at the moment. Because most castles, most town centers have been destroyed in this front area. So it's really the army that has to protect Yo now. There's no walls, no castles, no nothing. Quite a good number of hussars here. Can chase away these few Mankadai. And yeah, 3-4 hussars. Looks like TaToH is paying way more attention to this area now. Building a workshop, or even a third workshop, so yeah. He's serious about this gold now, he really wants it. In the front, sending skirmishers into hussars. Not a great idea. It was probably just sending them off into the blue, like no idea what's there, hoping to kill some Mankadai. In such a late game, 5 skirmishers, so they don't really matter economy-wise. Yeah, I think TaToH should be able to win up here if he sends in all the hussars. Yep, which he does now. Yo doing a good job using the gaps here between buildings. Yeah, it looks like the front is really shifting. Both players are sending all their armies to this place right now. Pretty much ignoring this area here. That is the shortest connection between their bases. 53 against 36 cavalry archers. Kills and deaths looking rather similar. I wouldn't say that Yo has a huge advantage. That could have been just, you know, skirmishes. Siege rams die surprisingly fast against Mankadai. this looks like a very close fight. Now some rams are out for Yo as well. He's getting the C-Tram upgrade just now. I think these rams will not make it there. Very close, but now a nice wave of reinforcements coming in for Yo. Let's see what TaToH is doing. No, doesn't look that good to me. So TaToH needs to retreat. In the middle here, nothing really going on. TaToH bringing his units from that corner now. Yeah, and all these battles were over really just 3 tiles of gold. Now it's really about map control. TaToH can hold his corner, obviously. Yo can hold his part of the map here without anything, which is surprising, right? And now he's even reaching over to TaToH's land. And it's not gonna be easy for TaToH to push Yo away here. Let's again check the overall resources for the players. 17,000 gold mined for Yo and close to 16,000 gold for TaToH, so that is 1,000 gold difference, a little more, 1,500 currently. Back to the normal point of view, 108 to 94 vills, both looks okay to me. In the late game that is a good amount of vills. If you distribute them well, have a good amount of lumberjacks and farmers, then 94 sounds just fine. Let's look at the resources in the bank. On top, 1,500 for TaToH. Wood, not so much food because he's pumping hussars all the time. 150, 60 gold, not much stone, less than 100. 500 wood, 900 or so food, and this is a big one, I think. Around 8,700 gold for Yo. Did Yo get all his 4 relics back? Yes. So that's 4 relics against 1. You have to bear that in mind. And that's gonna change the overall gold income for the players as well, I think. Towards the end, especially. Military overall 65 against 51. So that's not really a huge advantage for Yo. But he can still hold his position on TaToH's land, and that is already a nice achievement. TaToH is really forced to sit in his corner. Sooner or later, I think the wood will run out in this tiny corner. No raiding whatsoever in Yo's base. TaToH cannot pick a bad fight here. He is lower on gold. He is lower on army units. He cannot pick a bad fight. And it looks a little bit better for Yo at this point. 2 monks, the Mankidai are stacked up really nicely. And TaToH is forced to retreat. You see he's losing ground. First he had to give up on this area here. Now there was a huge battle. I think the dead bodies show that pretty clearly. And now TaToH pretty much forced behind his own walls. And Yo will not stop there. Question for me is, will he go in from the side? Looks like it right now. A few siege rams here. Or will he start something from this side again? Because actually there is just one castle defending a lot of area and especially economy here. Looks like an easier target than this area here at the moment. Population 200 against 167, yeah, let's say 170 now for TaToH. Look at the resources for Yo. 3k, 1.5k, 2.3k wood, food and gold. Two very low resources for TaToH. This looks very good for Yo now. But the way AOC works is that the defending player always has a small advantage, right? Because he can reinforce faster, he can use walls and castles to make it harder for the aggressive player. But I think Yo is doing this right. Siege rams there, Mangudai shielding them. A lot of hussars now coming in from the north. TaToH just really jumped in population from 160 to over 180. But it looks like a good fight for Yo. This Mangudai just shredded these hussars there. Couple of more surviving here, but the castle will probably fall. Even it's just this one ram. And there's a trebuchet as well. And this is the GG. Very, very well played for Mr. Yo here. In the beginning, when he started with a fast castle build order, I was a little skeptical because his villager count was low. He lost the fishing ships very quickly to the galleys, and he could not afford all the nice economy upgrades that TaToH could get as quickly. Anyway, he played the army game better, obviously. Let's compare the overall stats again. You can check them in the achievements. Yeah, well, okay, towards the end, TaToH really brought it in again. More gold collected for Yo. This is huge. Let's actually check the gold from relics. That is 3,000 against 838. Sounds reasonable to me. Both players reached a good amount of villagers. Yeah, TaToH had the better economy overall. So my impression was not completely wrong, but the gold, really, map control plus more relics won the race for gold here for Yo. So that's it, GG. Gonna update the score. 3-2. What a match again. Again, I have to say, have we seen many 4-0 so far? I think most matches in this showdown stage with the top 16 players have been close, right? 2-2, 3-1, and then 4-2 in the end. So I'm really, really happy that we have a very good pool of players, not like 2-3 top players who are invincible. No, these top 16 players, they are very, very close in skill, and this is great to see for me. Right, next game will be game 6, and it's a Japanese war on desert. Desert, as the name tells you, is an open land map. So Japanese as an infantry civilization, later on at least, are not the first pick, usually for expert players. And this is why we found it interesting to see, you know, a counterintuitive civilization on a very open land map. Let's see what the players will do with the early bonuses from Japanese. Their economy, you know, drop-off buildings cost less. 50 food instead of 100 for mining camps, lumber camps, mills. Their infantry, they strike faster. That is something nice. Oh yeah, there is early bonuses, and obviously in the late game, samurais, champions, they just rock. Okay, spectator countdown has started. 2 minutes 30 seconds game time to go, and I'll get a glass of water. Be right back, guys.
Microphone muted. User joined your channel. Microphone active.
Hello, user.
Microphone muted.
Hello, user.
Ah, it's tough. Hello.
Microphone
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Really enjoying this series so far. It's 3-2.
There's been some crazy games this weekend, haven't it? We've been spoiled.
Yeah, like this weekend has been, I don't know, like you take all the best games from a year and throw them all on 3 days. It's, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
what's
you're not
happening.
far wrong there.
Okay, so this is Desert, a very open land map. Civilizations are set, it's Japanese for both. And if you ask me, it reminds me a little of Gold Rush. All the extra golds are in the center. No annoying wolves though. But it really forces the players to fight for the middle. So I like this map a lot.
Yeah. TaToH's map looks a little bit better, mainly because his goals seems to be a lot more protected and safe at the back.
Yep, that's right. Forward stone, boars, yeah, could be stolen. Then for Yo, forward gold, not great.
Yo's
Forward
bow
boars.
is quite a long way forward if TaToH goes
Yes.
out to start to look at laming. You look at Yo's bow up on that hill.
Yes, both boars can be stolen there for Yo, very exposed. House coming up. So, I think you thought of this setting, right? Japanese on desert. What made you choose Japanese, Tough?
Microphone muted.
Because I think they can be so varied, especially on a big open land map. Do you know what I mean? Like you said earlier, Jeanette, there's no way in the world the players would have picked Japanese. So I wanted to put at least one game out of the whole series in every round, which is something out of the norm for the players. Well, we wanted them to, they had input in the maps. They pretty much picked the maps. We wanted them to be able to pick with hidden civs so that we see the best of the players. And I know it can be a little repetitive, but at the end of the day, this is the World Championships. This ain't going to come around for another X amount of years. So we wanted to make sure there was no luck. Players played the best of their ability with what they were comfortable with. On the same token, we wanted to add a little bit of variety and make them do things different.
And
Like Celts on Ponderina and stuff like that.
yeah, so there's a little bit of both. 4 out of 7 maps are home maps, so the players have a choice to show their preferences and strengths, but also show their overall good players, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think we've seen some nice games so far, Japs on this map, the ones that have gone this far. They've been some nice games.
Just checking the build orders. It's 4
Oh,
on
TaToH's
route.
scout. Oh, he's running his scout straight into Yo's TC then. He just saw it. Pinching the sheep mine,
Yeah.
which is good. Well done,
He nicked a
TaToH.
sheep,
I hate at this level of game. You think, guys, you're playing for something serious. And you got a chance to lame and you don't. Yeah, do everything you can.
He is 1 point behind, so yeah, he's definitely not gonna be too nice here. Okay, yeah. TaToH went a bit heavier on food. Yo had 1 more lumberjack earlier on, and he's farming already. So clear differences in the Dark Age build order already. So let's keep an eye on TaToH. I assume he will go up faster. Maybe even population 20? No, he's building the house now. 20 would be really fast with Japanese.
1 sec, be right back.
Still, we might see a forward here or something aggressive from TaToH. Don't know why. It's just the overall build order here. Less villagers on wood initially, then more villagers on food early on. Now he's getting loom with population 21, so yeah. Looks like he will go for a population 21 start with Japanese, which is something I'm at least rather used to from Huns. Huns obviously get a very nice economy. And their scouts build faster and so on, right? They're just made for scout rush. Okay, 2 villagers going on gold. Eric's coming up for Yo. Let's see when he's clicking up just now.
I'm surprised neither player's gone for lame. I haven't watched the starts of these matches. I've been busy with loads of stuff, but have they lamed much at all during this?
No, not at all.
No, we saw Love Cheng earlier, really having a good go at trying to be a Fiege against Doubt. I'm just surprised not more players do it.
It's sometimes due to the map as well. If the boars are in the back, then you can't aim too easy.
Yeah, but they didn't really go and look to try and lame, did they? You know, 4 or 5 minute mark, they were still just interested in their own areas. Anyway, each to their own. It's just some players you see lame a lot more than others.
Yeah, last game I checked Yo's exploration, and he, as you said, was not interested in TaToH's base at all. He checked his area and stood there, yeah. Okay. 4 militia, and they will be men-at-arms in a few seconds. 3 villagers going forward. The scout has 3+2 now. So
TaToH seems to be, he's going to go aggressive on Yo's gold, but Yo's gold is so far out there. He hasn't even built anything out front to see anything coming.
Yep. Looks like an easy target if TaToH
absolutely easy to. Oh, TaToH could have really. That was a little bit defensive on that tower. He could have put that tower literally right up against Yo's gold with the armies guy. I suppose he didn't want to take a risk, but that's a little bit defensive.
It covers the entire gold, I think, so it's fine. Yo just saw it now. He has only 2 vills there. Yeah, and you see he saw it's too late now. He has to think of something else. And there is no gold in the back at all for Yo. And will TaToH wall it? Yeah,
this is why I like TaToH's map at the start, because his gold, I mean, a little bit of a palisade across that tree line to his TC, and he's nigh on safe as houses.
Come on, will he stonewall it completely? Because if this tower stays up, then Yo is in a world of trouble here. Come on, wall
Yo
it.
will be lucky not to lose villagers there. TaToH's being clever. He's pulled Yo's men at arms in to fight under his tower fire, but he still didn't get out very well. I don't know how Yo managed, even with the tower fire. Now TaToH's going to pay the price for not stonewalling in that tower fully.
Still, I think TaToH just used 3 villagers to cause all this damage. And Yo is idling way more villagers just to get back the gold. Archery range coming up now for both players. 5 idle villagers for Yo. Yeah, he's focusing on other stuff right now.
He's behind on the vill count by 2 as well as having 5 idols, so he needs to be careful not to throw his own chance away by being the one going forward and a little bit aggressive.
Sorry, did I say TaToH? Yo had idols, but... Oh, big
sorry.
Yeah. Okay, now Yo is going for stone, also outside his base really. And men-at-arms are there. Fast wall. Does TaToH have stone in the bank? No, not really. He's not mining extra stone. He has
He's
vitals.
just going on the stone now with a couple of vills, if you look. Top, right above his TC.
Mm-hmm. Skirmishers coming up for Yo, archers for TaToH. I know he's
TaToH's got a lot more res in the bank though, which I'm surprised at because he made a lot more men-at-arms. It shows the power, if you like, of Yo being idled and trying to stop TaToH's forward aggression.
Yep.
Because Yo's on the limit. He's a lot lower on the resources compared to TaToH.
Mm-hmm. He's been chased away from his stone now as well, so that investment here did not pay off. TaToH can afford another tower now. And he might drop it on the wood. The villagers are close to that. Or will he secure the stone first? Both sounds good to me. Yeah, he's going for the stone.
Again, it's very, very defensive though. Look at that tower.
It covers both stone mines, that's what he wants.
Yeah, I don't know, I just would have gone more forward. He could have kept Yo totally pinned
maybe
in
a farm.
instead of having a chance of coming out.
Yep.
Neither player is anywhere
Yeah.
near going to Castle Age, just to let the viewers know, but you probably knew that as easy as we knew that.
It's an all-out feudal war right now. There's a very exposed lumber camp for Yo. But TaToH lost his scout, didn't he? So
Yeah, and if you look at TaToH's view, he hasn't got a clue what's up there. Although, yeah, he can't see anything whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
He's keeping all of his attention and view onto the right-hand side of Yo's TC. Now moving forward with his army, and I'm surprised Yo hasn't gone forward now that he's secured himself a little. I'm surprised he hasn't gone to try and hurt TaToH in some way.
And the villagers are moving forward. TaToH has another 130 stone in the bank. Will he be able to get a tower, or does Yo have town watch? That is a big question now.
I just hope
No.
TaToH goes right into the corner now where that palisade is. Yeah, pretty much. He's one tile away where it was perfect. And for that one tower, the whole of Yo's wood line's going to have to move. So TaToH now knows it's moved, so hopefully he'll start scouting around the top to find where the other wood is.
Yo could
Yo's
have built a
doing
counter
wheelbarrow.
tower. Yep. Fletching for TaToH.
Villager count's really close. I don't think Yo and TaToH has done enough damage for the amount he's invested into this feudal fight. With the amount of extra men at arms, etc. I don't think it's paid off at the moment.
Yo pulled a big move. He sent his army of ranged
You
units
going
through.
forward? Yeah,
TaToH's
I've been
TC.
waiting for him to go forward, and then I bloody missed it because that's exactly what he should have done. And
Yeah.
you can see he's pulled TaToH straight off his back goal now.
He's denying the market as well. Killing more villagers. This is very good for Yo right now.
Villager count TaToH is now 5 behind. Obviously, after losing those villagers, with Yo coming forward and attacking.
This is really bad for TaToH. Out of gold, he lost 4 or 5 villagers, while Yo has maybe lost 1 or 2.
TaToH's extremely low as well. If you look at his resources, his food and his gold is non-existent compared to Yo's.
Okay, you will be able to clear TaToH's, sorry, Yo's army there. TaToH is moving around, but Yo is aware.
Yeah, there'll potentially be a big fight there, Foodle, if he goes forward more.
Plus 1 armor on Yo's army though, that is important. Oh, and TaToH is not looking.
TaToH's finally got rid of Yo's army in his base, so hopefully he'll concentrate more now on his forwards.
Yep.
Military count's exactly the same, 17 each. TaToH's is split though, he's got some in his base and some forward.
Yep. 7 villagers lead for Yo. So that raiding really paid off there.
And Yo, if you look at Yo, he's going to be up to castle a lot sooner than if he sells a little bit of his gold now, he can click up. Compared to TaToH, who's on 100 food and 70 gold, and Yo could almost click up.
Yeah. You can maybe even use the market and click
Yeah,
up
that's
in a
if
minute.
he sold some of that gold, he can click up now.
Yep.
So it's not looking good for TaToH at the moment, even though it started quite well.
And one thing I've noticed is, no matter Arabia or desert, open maps in general, Japanese wars turn out to be elite skirmisher wars, you know, not crossbow wars, like on pretty much all maps, but Japanese experts go for skirmishers. Find that really
TaToH seems to
interesting.
have lost all his forwards. I missed them being killed. They were mining stone, and now
Yep, they're
all
gone.
of them, all his forwards are dead. So that was another 3 villagers gone. He's seven vills behind now,
Yep. I managed to show that.
and 10 military behind, 7 vills behind, and Yo is almost 50% castle. TaToH's now up a minute behind. But the economy for Yo, if you just look at Yo, everything he's got compared to TaToH, this is going to be one hell of a struggle for TaToH to get back into this now.
TaToH clicked up 1 minute later,
Yeah.
which is not bad. He must have used the market heavily, and yeah, all his resources are really low at the moment.
Extremely low, and then you click on Yo, and he's almost 1,000 wood, 800 gold, and 600 food, and TaToH's got like 100. This is going to be a big problem. Yo's forward as well with 3 villagers on stone, if you look. So I mean, if he uses his head now, as soon as he hits castle, it's just a siege workshop right where his skirmishers and his army is, above TaToH's base, and TaToH's in a world of trouble.
Yep, I think so too. Let's see what Yo's gonna do. Elite skirmisher upgrade, Bodkin arrow, bow saw, and the siege workshop. There it is. Let's switch over to TaToH. He does see it. I think he does have town watch. But yeah, he knows what's happening. Does he? Yeah, he should have it. What to do against it, that's the big question. He has only 1 range in his base, the second range is in front of Yo's base.
Can't do a great deal other than the siege workshop himself. He's got no res for anything, no stone for a castle, and
Really needs one. Yo is going for a ram, and if TaToH goes for a mangonel first, then he could defend.
yeah,
it
TaToH will definitely go for a mangonel first because
Yeah.
he's going to expect a mangonel from Yo. But I like the siege ram option beforehand, as long as someone hasn't got a mangonel the other side, of course. Because I don't know why he's moving it away. He's going to go all the way back to take down what? The tower on his stone? Is the ram
yes,
going all the way
yes.
back home?
Looks like it. Probably the tower or the range, one of those. Maybe the other tower at the wood.
He's spread really well. If you look at Yo, his next TC has gone right down across the map on the middle gold pile.
Taking map control.
Mangonel and another mangonel coming now before TaToH's got his first out. I can't see. TaToH's gonna have to be really smart and clever to get back into this. Trying to boom a bit quicker than Yo. He's gone for his third TC before Yo. Still no manga. Oh, there's the one manga now.
Yo will catch the army here from TaToH. A few skirmishes.
I always wonder when we've seen these games, they've always been like heavy elite skirm wars. Is why people don't put down a stable and go some knights.
Yeah, because Japanese knights are just so bad.
Yeah, but they're still not. You can still do your upgrades. You know what I mean, maybe not they maybe not the best knights, but they're fighting skirms. Anyway.
Yep. No, I said that earlier too. You know, with most civilizations it's drush and then crossbowmen in Castle Age. With Japanese it's always skirmishes in Castle Age. I find it surprising myself. There was a 2-for-1 trade with mangonels, so good job for
It's a
TaToH.
safe option, skirmishes, isn't it? Elite skirms, because if the other guy goes skirms, you're matching him. If the other guy goes crossbows, you're beating him. Whereas for you to just go crossbows is a big risk in a Japanese war like this, because elite skirms from the other guy and you're just GGs. I just wonder why people don't put some half decent upgraded knights in amongst it, and it would make a big difference. But just me, I'm a noob.
Japanese monks are pretty good, aren't they? So I think knights could be converted really quickly. Anyway,
You're on his way
Age.
to Imperial now, and TaToH is on bare minimum, just surviving. 100 food, 100 wood.
Villager count is surprisingly close, 66 to
Yeah.
69.
TaToH dropped the TCs quicker than Yo. TaToH went to boom to try and get back in the game. I wouldn't mind betting. Yo makes ram after ram now. He only needs to make 3 or 4 rams, hit Imperial, upgrade his rams, go in, and TaToH's town is GG.
Yep, TaToH has no army to stop it really. There's one mangonel there, that's it.
Military count is 34 to Yo and 3 to TaToH.
Yes.
And TaToH's 3, a couple of them are forward. He's got one. Well, he's got 2 mangonels now in his base.
Oh, nice micro here from both players.
I just what with the mangonel and the crossbows.
Yep, at the same time really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double monastery coming up from TaToH.
Yep. Interesting one. There's something in the back
Well, he
of
knows.
my mind. Yeah.
He knows he's a huge amount behind. He's gonna try and mass monks now with the gold he's got and see if he can get any payback from it. Oh, he's sneaking in with a mangonel on Yo's. Oh, Yo's moved his army just in time. I thought he was gonna get a shot away for free then.
Yeah.
It's
And he's
a
calling
GG from
it
TaToH.
after the Imperial Age, he called GG, yeah.
Yeah, he knew he was a long way behind. Well played.
What a series. Final score now is 4-2, but every single game here has been close and really enjoyable. It's another great series if you ask me. What to say about this game? Final conclusion, maybe. What do you think? Could TaToH have done to, to make the forward
It all
more?
got turned around when he went forward the way he did. If you're going to go forward like that, he could have been a lot more aggressive. And then for some reason he lost those men at arms fighting. Even though his tower was shooting Yo's men at arms, I missed what upgrades were on each. But ever since Yo turned him off that position there, it went really downhill quickly for TaToH, and I don't know why. Because up until that point, when he went forward, if you paused the game there and then, you'd say TaToH's in a much stronger position.
Yep.
And
so
his trust really didn't pay off, and I think a lot of that was because he was too defensive when he was the aggressor. He was well on top at that point, and he could have put that tower right on top of Yo's gold, and Yo's counter tower then is going to have to go all the way back towards his TC. So I think it could have been a different game just from that point. But yeah, like you said, Jeanette, they've played extremely tight games, the whole 6 of them. Well done, both.
yes. I think I said that earlier, that almost all matches end 4-2, 4-3, like very close. So it's nice to see there's at least 16 players who can play on a rather similar level. It's not like 2-3 players dominating the world. It's lovely to see. Okay. Yep, let's just click through the achievements. Okay.